Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little work on the Spitfire today. I still need to put the rear outer shafts in, both sides. And I got one side and the driver's side. Still need to do the passenger side. So let's get to it. Well, first of all, I got a lot of cleaning up to do. I've been working on this side. That's where I was putting in that half shaft. I did put the old shock back in just for the time being, but we are going to be ordering 2 new shocks. And then once I get the other side in, we'll crawl underneath and attach it to the differential, clean that up. So what I'm going to do is clean all this up first. Move what tools I need to the other side, and we'll get to it. Decided I'm going to drain the fuel tank before I do any kind of welding. I've already pulled 2 gallons out. That was full once. And we'll see how much we get on this one. It's pretty low right now. I don't have the gauges in, so I've been looking down inside with a light, but it's getting pretty low. I'll be changing out the fuel filter later. Plus I'm going to put the fuel pump back here because it's just noisy up here, so that's okay. And then the fuel line, I was thinking it's right here, but that's plastic. I'm going to replace the fuel line from the back all the way up to the front with steel. I just don't trust that plastic. I don't know if that's what the deal was, because it's steel coming out here. Did they splice in somewhere back there? I don't know. We'll find out, but we'll get this fuel tank empty. Better to be safe than sorry. I always have a fire extinguisher on hand, and there's one over there. So, and then I may test. I never did test the mechanical fuel pump. It may still be good. If not, I might just replace it, put that in the boot as a backup, and then I can just run it in line if I need to. We'll see what happens as the build progresses. So I done made a list. This is the priorities. Don't criticize me for my spelling, but to get the car driving by, I like to have it done by May. So get the rear suspension completely finished. Like I said, I gotta get those half shafts in, order new shocks, which I have over here. Get the rear end finished. Starting the front suspension, I need to put, if I'm putting new shocks back here, I'm going to put new shocks up here. So then, new rotors, bearings, which are going to need to be checked and possibly replaced, because if you look back in the photo I'm going to put up in the tag here, that we had play in there. Brakes and brake lines, which brake pads and rotors up front. I'm going to do all new brake lines. Get the electrical fixed, which that's going to be a nightmare, but I got to get started. The seats. I may have found some decent seats. I got to do some comparing on prices if it's going to be worth my time to redo my seats that I have, or just order these ones. A carpet kit. I still haven't put down the door cards and etc. But if I can get most of this done, get all that done and all that by the time period there, we could be driving it in the spring. I'm not going to really shoot. That's what I'm shooting for, is May. I like to have it done by the first part of May, excuse me. But this is where I'm looking at in parts. I mean, there's crucial parts that you need to have to get down the road safely. And that's where I'm at. I just want to get the thing driving, get it to where I can use it. And then through the summer, I can touch things up, change things. I got to do the exhaust. I'm going to patch that up for now, unless I can find some pipe that is. I like to go stainless, but hey, it is what it is. If you got to go use the original stuff, just clean it up, give it a coat of paint, and go on your merry way. I'm not doing a full-blown restoration show car. I'm just doing a car to where I can get out, take the wife out, go out for a drive, maybe hit a car show or two, and just enjoy it. I'm going to keep working on the patina. I got to do the other side, maybe a little bit on the front of the hood. I haven't decided. Side of the doors, the back, and then I'm just going to put a clear coat on it. I ain't picky, but I got to finish up welding the floors and that driver's side rocker. So I got some work ahead of me, but I got all the gear together to get started on changing out or put the new half shaft in, but I need to change out the spring bushing at the top. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Last time I did the other side, I drilled out around the bushing, because you can see this side's pretty roached, and I pounded out the center ferrule, but then I had to fight with getting the outer one out. So I got smart. I went and got myself a freaking air hammer. We're going to try and see if we can drive that out some way or another. I don't have a way to set up the camera here. The air compressor is going to be making a lot of noise, so I'll probably see what I can do if I can get it set up to where you can see what's going on. And I'm kind of in a tight little situation here, so let's see what we can do. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but well, we done got it out. Now, man, I fought with that thing. Here, take a look at it. I mangled the hell out of it. I had to get the cutter bit. You can see where I cut through most of it. Beat the living snot out of it inside to get it to start moving. I got I don't know where it went. I got the center section out first. Man, now I'm going to take some sandpaper and put it around us and just clean up the inside. And we have the new bushing right here, which Here, let me open it. Kind of hard by with only holding one hand, holding the camera. But there's the new one, and she'll just slip right on in. I'm going to grease this up. That does not matter if you grease it up or not to help it go in. These, you will have, the only movement you're going to have is the up and down of the spring on the pivot on the it'll be pivoting on this bolt. You don't tighten these down tight. You tighten them down to where this will still move. Same with your trunnion bolt. Just loose enough to where it can pivot, because it needs to pivot on that bolt. That's why there's a bushing. If it was going to be a solid mount, you wouldn't have bushings. So yeah, so that's what we're up to. Yeah, we got her in. What a pain in the ass. I lubed it up, I used blaster, I tried everything. What I had to do, so I had to take, since I didn't have a press and the spring outside of the car, you can do it. You can take a C-clamp, and at first I found the right size socket that will fit the outer lip, or the outer housing of the bushing, and a flat piece of steel on this side. Pressed it, and whenever it would get tight, I give it a little rap with a hammer on the end of the clamp, and it would pop in. So I had to do that until I got to a certain point to where I couldn't go no further over here. So I grabbed a socket that was bigger than the outer sleeve of the bushing, put it on both sides, which was kind of a juggling act. Put the clamp on, tighten it down, did the same thing, had to tap it until it finally set into place. But yeah, the next time I'm going to do it when I have the spring out. Yeah, I got this set in place. It is not bolted to the tip, but I do have the bolt going through the upper bushing. Now I'm going to install the trailing arm and get that into place. But I'm just leaving everything loose. I got new hardware, but just going to leave everything loose until I can get everything bolted up tight to the depth. And then I'll come out here and tighten down. But once I get, I'm only going to tighten it so far. I'm not going to snug it down. It's just like the bottom trunnion bolt. It is not, it's tight, but it's not tight. It's tight enough to where your uprights will move. You want that movement. So I'm going to get that in, and I may fight with that brake line. Get the new brake line hooked up, get the old one out of there. But I'm going to be replacing brake lines, all new brake lines, from the splitter over both directions and toward the front of the car. So I may just get this mounted, get that taken off. I don't care if the pipe breaks or not, because they're going to get a brand new one anyways. So yeah, let's get. I don't know why my camera just quit, but I had to flip the bolt for the trunnion. I don't know if I have the footage. I'll look back through on that. I had to flip the bolt because it was sticking too far out this side to get the trailing arm in place. So I flipped the bolt, took it out. And then I just got this bolt in here for the back part. I'm leaving everything loose because just to get it to see, you know, the until you get the tires back on, everything bolted up. Leave everything loose except for your drive shafts to your diff, and then get the tires on, get everything, get it on the ground, and then come back and tighten everything up to spec. So I'm just going to get this last bit in here in the front. May have to spread that just a hair, which wouldn't hurt nothing. Just maybe I could go that way. I can't get a purchase on it. There we go. Yeah. Try and get everything lined up. Cannot see. Let's go in some more. Up and in. We're so close. Let me get that lined up. I don't think I have a screwdriver here. I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, we are so close. Got her started. I gotta keep checking the camera and make sure it ain't turning off on me. A pain in the ass. There she is. Okay, now just get this washer nut back on there. Like I said, just loosely tighten down. There we go. So at least nothing's going to get lost. Okay, good. I've had this little light forever. Man, that thing has come in handy. I think I'm going to wait on the brake line. Sorry, bumped you. And fight with that another day. Well, there you go. Hope you guys are liking this kind of content. I do got to get some work done on my truck. I have heat, but I don't have good heat. It's January 20th, 2024, and it's like 45, 48 degrees outside. I got the garage door open, which is nice because last week we were down in the single digits, and I just didn't come out here. No. Even turning the heater on. Let it run, get warmed up in here. You turn it off so you can shoot video because you don't want a lot of noise. And within 10 minutes, it's cold in here again because this garage is not well insulated. It's insulated, but not that well. We got to take care of a few things. But there you go. You know, I do appreciate every single last one of you. Just the other day, my intro video took off. I don't know why, but it took off. They were pushing it. YouTube pushed it. And it got me up over 500 subscribers. I mean, within a 24-hour period, I went from I gotta look at my analytics. I haven't really looked that bad. But I was close to 70, 80. And so, boom, blew up. Yeah, I love the subscribers, but it ain't showing view time. I can't really tell because it was just the other day, and any of your analytics are 2 days behind, so I don't know. Really, I know it was that video because I can see the spike, but I can't, for that video, but I can't really dive deep into it. But I thank you guys, I really do. But I need a watch time. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, so we're moving ahead with the project. I do thank you. And if you guys would, if you're new here, subscribe. Leave a comment. It's a good way for me to find your channel. And that's the way I find a lot of channels. If you comment, I check you out. I do. I check out every single one of you. And if I like your content, or if you're a true supporter of the channel, thank you, Jeff, again. Jeff Jackson, he lives south of me. He is a great YouTube channel supporter. He supports me on the main channel, and he supports me here. He comments on virtually every single video. Yeah, that guy. But yeah, leave a comment. I'll try to reply to all my comments. Give me a big thumbs up, not the finger. And we'll see you on the next adventure.